Shots Mafia was playing. There were fireworks, everything. Everyone's so happy. I look over. My friend is breaking up with his girlfriend.
Isn't there public transit at Hard Summer? You could just jump on one of those Asian trains. And
Good. Nice.
I head back to the hotel day 1 of day trip at 10 p.m. and caught her sleeping with another guy. Needless to say, I'm not with her anymore.
That's not very clutch.
That's not embarrassing. That's up.
I don't know if that's embarrassing. Welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast, guys. I just got back from Hard Summer, and we got this crazy episode today. My voice is so gone.
Yeah, I just realized.
I didn't notice that earlier.
Yeah, no, my voice is really
That's a
gone right now.
womp.
But first off, question of the day. Let me just pull it up right here. How were you introduced into the EDM community?
Ooh.
So, like, for me, it was like, 14 years ago, middle school, and, listening to just like UKF or like Skrillex.
Yeah. Should we just go like one by one?
Yeah, Peter.
So I started by attending EDC, I think like 2010, and then just fell in love with the music, and there's kind of just been a snowball effect, going to a bunch of shows, and I was like, man, I wanna make some music, and then kind of just start my journey that way. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, this was like 2007. I was like a freshman in high school, and I heard Daft Punk for the first time. Immediately hooked, but I wasn't able to like attend a real festival until like I came to the States in 2011, and it was just history from there.
Man, crazy. So I grew up in Singapore. I was really into classical music, and then I found this song called Strobe by Deadmau5. I was like, what is this?
Classic.
This feels so foreign to me, and then just got sucked in, really.
Literally foreign.
Sure, yeah.
I think mine was YouTube days with NCS. Just like hearing my brothers do the watch like the video game montages, and they would have like dubstep in the background. Yeah,
Still do
and
that.
so
Classic.
yeah, that's how I discovered
That's awesome.
EDM.
For me, it was trance music, actually. So
Oh,
it was
yeah.
back in college,
Yeah.
and I think Above and Beyond was like blowing up at the time. I know Dash Berlin was my first one, or first artist I listened to, and it was just study music. That was it. That was all it was
What? You
supposed to
studying
be.
the trance?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
He's in trance.
He was locked in.
I
He was in a state of trance.
Dead ass,
Love that.
though, locked in.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
that's how I got introduced to it, and then I think over the years, just wanting to be a part of like a really fun community, going to festivals and whatnot. Because I know for sure in college I didn't go to anything. I just listened.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you studied a trance though.
Did you get hypnotized while you were studying, or you're like literally in a trance and you're just?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was the only kind of like music I could listen to and still like focus on my work. Because I feel like if lyrics or anything that's too groovy, too bassy, I'd stop studying. I would just move to the beat instead.
I feel it.
Sick.
Anyway, welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast. I am one of your hosts, Daniel.
I'm Mickie.
And I'm Nand.
And today we have not one, not two, but three special guests. They made their debut at Lost in Dreams and who have all come together to bring back the nostalgic vibes of dance music of the 2010s. You may know them individually as Manila Killa, Yetep, and MYRNE, but together you will know them as STARSIGNS. STARSIGNS, welcome to the pod.
What's
Hello.
up?
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it? Is it MYRNE?
It's MYRNE, yeah.
Okay.
MYRNE.
Do people say MYRNE a lot?
I think the craziest I've ever gotten was like my urine.
Okay.
I'm like, that's sick, yeah.
Okay.
Call me anything you want.
That's funny.
Nice.
I'll start calling you that.
Yeah, you can.
My urine. It's really
Yeah.
creative.
I just want to make sure because I heard so many renditions of it.
Yeah, MYRNE is the right one. Or
Nice.
MYRNE.
So what made you guys come together as a group?
Honestly, like, I don't think there was any intention from the beginning to create a group. I think I was on tour with Jai Wolf, and Peter called me like right before I was about to play, and he was like, yo, you want to go back to back with me and MYRNE at Lost in Dreams next year? And I was like, sure, I guess.
You sound so excited.
Yeah, I was like,
Most
okay, yeah, I mean,
enthusiastic
that sounds really
response.
fun. But then I think like Insomniac, they were asking us like, hey, can you come up with like some sort of name that we can bill you guys with? So then we were like, we started thinking of something and ended up with STARSIGNS, and then not sure who it was, but one of them was like, we should make some music for it, prepare some music, remix our own songs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into a monster where now we just have like a bunch of demos and a bunch of remixes and stuff. And it was a happy accident.
Oh, nice. Is it all like remixes or also like original music?
Mostly original music.
Yeah.
I think just keeping the spirit of the 2010s, but with a bit of a more modern flair, like including lots of trance, I think. But yeah, we're just really having such a great time with it because it's really different from our individual projects.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you guys all both make respectively different genres.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what made you go and choose to do the nostalgic 2010s?
Yeah.
So I guess like to piggyback what we kind of did the intro, I got into music because like Swedish House Mafia, and that's like the music that I really fell in love with, progressive house, like 30 South, and I know like these guys were super into it. So Chris and I kind of at EDC 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think. So
2 years
so
ago,
we did
yeah.
a little back to back. We did only throwbacks of like progressive house, and we're like, man, maybe we should kind of like do this more often because it's just
Yeah.
fun, you know. We're just doing this
Yeah.
for fun. That's like the most important thing. And I don't know how Manny fell in love with progressive house because he's so far from us, but
I think growing up, top three were like Eric Pritz, Dead Mouse, Yours Vorn, and then I found Above and Beyond when I was really, really young. And I think, on a gigantic like Venn diagram of all three of us, our influences, I feel like nostalgic, like EDM, like the golden age of progressive house was kind of the thing that we all three really loved.
Yeah, and like with prog house, that was like a genre that I always wanted to make, even when I first started producing, and I just sucked so bad at it.
same.
So I kind of abandoned that idea for a long time, but like
Yeah.
now that I've built the skill set that I have now, it's so much fun to be making it. Like I'm like, oh my god, I can actually make the music I've always wanted to. So it was very natural.
I'm guessing, all three of you combined, like it kind of helps out with,
Of course.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
I wouldn't say, I guess, weak points of making certain parts of the genre, right?
Yeah. I think it's important for us to have like a statement of like, kind of sounds like me, kind of sounds like Chris, sounds like Manny, just kind of bring it all together cohesively. So in the studio, it's been pretty easy.
Yeah, it's been great. I think we we write songs so fast. We do remixes so fast because we've had like a long history of like knowing what works, what doesn't, and yeah, it's just seamless. I think.
Nice.
So I wanted to, I guess, switch a little bit of the topics. Why do you think?
Okay, obviously we're all like
I-
Asian.
yeah.
Obviously we're all
Like,
Asian
we're gonna
here.
Sure.
ask the elephant in the room, like,
Oh,
all you guys
wow.
are Asian Americans or
Uh-huh.
more or less Asian.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the term Asian migration in, Asian trains and things like that? Like, there's been a lot of viral videos lately of
Sure.
Asians tend to be very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Gravitate.
Toward the EDM music.
Why?
I think it's like a culture thing. I think it even extends beyond EDM. Like Asians tend to stick together, and it just so happens that EDM is kind of like the music of our generation. So naturally, we're gonna stick together with that.
Family trauma, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I was just about to say.
Yes.
I also feel like that's why like the sad boy genre is so massive, is because a lot of kids don't find that sense of like love and fulfillment at home. So this is like EDM is kind of their escape, and that's where they find that like love and connection.
I think that's how like for me, even like attending so many raves in the past, like that's how it was kind of like escape for me as well, you know, just like going to school, dreading it, and just like that's like that one weekend we're all looking forward to have fun and not care about anything. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason that a lot of people still go to the events too, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's that heavy emotional connection, or that wanting to feel, similar to what you were saying, is like that wanting to feel that that emotion that they didn't necessarily get from home.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say that the emotional aspect of melodic bass is the reason why it is kind of the leading genre for Asian American ravers?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, I saw a meme how like someone said that like melodic bass is kind of like Christian music.
Yes. No.
I saw that. I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn.
I
That's
agree,
similar.
because as someone who grew up as religious and like, experienced all the Christian music, it's very, very similar.
Similar. That has that little feeling. I know a lot of artists are releasing like Hallelujah covers and stuff.
Yeah.
So
What? Who?
I think Narco did, right? Hallelujah.
Damn.
I think.
It's like feel good music.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It makes me think of Owl City.
City, yeah.
Man,
Yeah, like,
imagine
the
imagine
goat.
if fucking Moses heard that shit.
He opened this fucking sea with like emotion music
with melodic dub.
with melodic
Yeah,
dub.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They won't let me
Crazy.
play Melodic Dove 7 sets though.
Yeah, we're banning.
Why not?
Why?
It's just
No, I
one
think
of the
we
house
just-
rules.
house-
Gotcha,
house rules,
gotcha.
yeah.
House rules, yeah.
Star Signs
House
house
rules.
rules.
Yeah.
Is that why you guys are going towards the progressive house as well?
Yeah, yeah.
We're very progressive.
Yeah, yeah.
We just want to like build our identity through progressive house. So we're kind of strict with each other when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
I think it's also cool that we're just doing different of our artist projects. So
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah.
I feel like that gives that sense of like, this is what our focus is on, so that, you split your work. Like, cool, now I get a taste and touch of my personal project and the one I'm doing here with the rest of Star Signs.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
There was this TikTok that I saw where my friend was at, I think she was seeing Millennium,
Mhm.
and she dubbed over the video with like an actual Christian song.
Like a
and a bunch
Hillsong
of
song.
everyone was just like didn't know the difference.
Yeah, sure.
It literally looks like you're worshiping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what like I think like any like concert or any like EDM venue, festival or
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
is a lot of it just seems like we're all kind of synchronized. We're all thinking the same thing. I mean, we're all there for the same reasons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I apologize. I am not good at segues. At all.
But like touching back on
great.
it, like the Asian migration. I know the whole like Bill Graham, since you are are NorCal native.
Yeah. I mean, it really did seem like the majority of our. I am losing it. I am losing it as
Sorry,
we
we just
speak.
had
He's
hard summer this
peaking.
past
Yeah,
weekend.
no,
We're
I am.
like-
It's been a
I'm
hard
not gonna lie to
summer.
you guys. I
Been a
am
hard
so.
summer.
I am like.
Fried.
Fried would be the word. Yeah. Fried would be the word.
Me and Chris went to Hard Summer like 2018. You were playing, was it Green Tent?
I think so.
Yeah, and I was playing on the main stage with Wookie, thanks to Brownies.
Oh yeah.
And I think we had a great time there too.
we emceed that stage.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How
there were
was
like
that?
20 people on stage.
It was ridiculous.
20?
Oh, yeah, I remember that actually. I got a video of it. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
main
He was in
stage-
the crowd.
I
Yeah.
was in the crowd.
Wait, so
Yeah.
were you guys just like when they were playing, just like, hey, put your
Yeah,
hands up.
literally,
Yeah.
someone handed me a mic and was like, "Just go off." So I
Uh-huh.
was just like standing on the DJ booth, just trying to
Great
hype
time.
people up.
Great
dope.
time. Yeah.
What did you
2018.
guys think of Hard Summer as like? I guess you guys all went as attendees and then as performers as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have like a crazy story about that. So I went to Hard Summer 2016 as an attendee, and it turns out Muramasa was supposed to fly over and play, but he didn't make his flight. So that morning in the hotel room, my manager calls me and is like, "Do you want to play?" And I had my USBs on me.
What?
And so I
As you
ended up,
should.
yeah, and I ended
Awesome.
up playing, and it was, I feel like that was kind of the set that kind of catapulted me into touring and stuff.
What
So,
year was that?
2016, I think.
Damn.
That was a minute ago, but
Crazy. Okay.
So
Which is
just
crazy,
as like
I
a
was-
last
I went there
minute.
as a
Yeah,
fan,
super last
and I
minute.
found on my map saying like Manila Killa is playing. I'm like, I thought Muramasa was playing. So I got hella pissed. All my friends were pre-gaming. I was like, I want to watch Manila Killa, man. Didn't make it to the set, but
oh, I heard the security lines were like
yeah, no,
crazy.
actually, no, I did try to make it to the set, and people were having like heat stroke and stuff.
Yeah,
They're like
Wait,
closed
what
off the
year was that
entrance.
again?
2016.
2016. Oh, that was back in
Fontana,
the Speedway.
Yes, the
That shit was
Speedway.
hot.
Speedway.
I
It was
missed
really
the
hot.
Pure asphalt.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you guys go to Hard Summer just the other day? This recent
No,
weekend?
but me and Manfred, we flew over Hard Summer last night because we were coming home from
Oh, so you
Hawaii.
said I was wondering because I know LAX was near, and I was
Yeah.
like wondering what the planes,
Inglewood, yeah.
Yeah, I
right
saw
there.
the planes were like
stages.
thinking.
Yeah.
Was it cool?
It was
Yeah,
pretty
it was
cool.
cool.
I was in the Uber line, and I swear I could hear like, isn't that the bass line from "Take It Off" going in the distance?
It's probably under construction.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
under construction.
Oh, dude.
But even at LAX, that was so loud. I Shazammed
Really?
it, and my Shazam worked.
What?
I'm like, what?
there was some like news articles I saw, I think yesterday, if not
Yeah.
this morning, of like people complaining, like noise complaints going as far out as like
Man.
Culver City or past that. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Crazy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I found out that if there's a festival near you, they actually give out wristbands to people who live in the area.
They do, yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
fair.
because I
Oh.
saw a TikTok of a girl. Okay, do not do this. I saw she recorded 3 people that were about to sneak into the festival, and she's not a raver, so she just gave them their wristband.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Wow.
Can you imagine like a 70-year-old grandma being like, yes,
I'm about to buy a house in San Bernardino, baby.
Oh my
Right,
gosh.
just to get some
See,
free
right
guest
there.
bands.
But yeah, I didn't know
How
that.
was that venue? 'Cause I'm so jealous that like it's actually in LA because Raves weren't in like Coliseum area
Yeah.
for the longest time. So how's the SoFi venue?
It was
Honestly-
It looked
great.
beautiful.
I liked
Honestly,
it a
yeah.
lot. It
Oh,
was
we were gonna touch on this, but like I'm down to talk about this
Yeah,
a little
sure.
more. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
was the best venue of Hard Summer. It was
sure.
literally the best venue.
Like,
I know
so much
Fontana was
space.
great, but this was super. I don't know. It didn't feel like there was too much walking. First and
Mhm,
foremost,
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
only downside I had was one of the stages, the hard stage, sound bleed.
Wasn't I heard that people were having the issue like last year. It was really hard to go through crowds and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Where
last
was
year's
it last
venue
year?
was at the Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's why.
yeah.
That's why.
That was by far the worst venue.
Isn't there
Yeah.
public transit at Hard Summer? You could just jump on one of those Asian trains. And
Good, good. It's
Speaking
nice.
of Asian
Get-
trains,
get wherever you want to go.
speaking of Asian
you know?
trains, what do you guys think about Asian stereotypes at raves? Asian
What
train.
are the stereotypes?
We got the Asian train. What else do we got there?
I mean, honestly, that was the big thing, and I think the one that people get like kind of not offended by. It's weird. It's weird because it's the people that are not a part of that stereotype that are getting offended for us, and it's like, well, it's kind of true. You
I
know,
was
we-
about to say it's true.
Right.
It's
well, I
true.
mean,
Yeah,
we're
for
just
sure.
sticking together.
I
What's
think
the problem?
as long as you're being polite, like excuse me and stuff.
That never
That's-
happens.
That never happens though. Huh?
No,
Was
you-
it Asians that named it Asian train?
See, that's what I'm wondering too.
Where is the origin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
You know what they call these Asian trains in Asia?
What?
Trains. But that
my
was new
God.
to me too because I grew up Singapore. I've never really seen like U.S. rave culture. So when I came here for the first time in like 2016, and I see all these like topless like jack dudes just
Yeah.
like sweating and running through the crowd like all together. I'm like, this is insane. This is interesting.
They're all named Kevin.
Yeah, the Kevin Lim.
So
Kevin
did you,
wins.
did you attend shows back in Singapore as well?
Did
Yeah,
they-
it was a really different vibe. I think first show I ever attended was Tiesto in like 2014, 2015. And yeah, really different out there. I think everyone says Asia always gets the tail end of all trends, but I think there's some exceptions to the rule. Like a lot of Asian countries, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, they have their own really interesting techno and house spaces that have been going on for decades, and it's always different. Like growing up there and like going to shows, going to clubs, and then coming here and just seeing it, everything just very
It was basically a culture
exaggerated.
shock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
What would you say the biggest differences are between our rave culture here and then over there?
Oh wow! I think over there it's a little more muted. Like no one really dresses up like the candy or the jerseys. It's more of dance music is just a thing that you really like, and whereas here it's a whole different culture. It's like a it's an identity.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
Would you say it's like kind of hidden in other countries? Because I've been to Thailand
Yeah.
a bunch of times
Yeah.
and have no idea where the scene is.
I will say in Southeast Asia specifically, they've always had a really hard time with governments out there because dance music always been seen as illegal or ravey or
Devil music.
devil music. So everyone's just a little more muted. They're not as showy. But that's definitely changed like in the recent years.
I think Asia's like so different too because like the drug use is definitely different from the
Illegal,
states
yeah.
and
So-
it's super strict in Asia.
Yeah.
So I see like like Ultra Korea for example. I'm from Korea, so I know they're just drinking soju bottles and they're going fucking crazier than the
It's
states.
just
I'm just
alcohol
like,
there, yeah.
that's
Mostly,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that make me think of? Like day trip. Imagine like a
Oh God.
huge day trip, multi ultra festival. 'cause
Okay,
everyone's
but
just getting drunk.
instead of like beatbox and those fish bowls, imagine just soju.
Soju cocktails.
That sounds
man.
way more fun.
For 1 hour.
yeah. Only for
Yeah.
the first hour.
Yeah.
It's funny to think about that. No one is like, I have barely seen anything come out of like, I guess like Asian festivals like on the East, but there was a big one, and I think it's S2O.
S2O.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
don't even get me started.
Fun,
I
the
wanna-
water festival.
Have you got, have any of you played or gone to S2O?
I went to the one in Bangkok and
Ooh.
it was intense. too much water.
It's actually coming in New York pretty soon in Brooklyn Mirage.
Yeah, I saw that there was a couple. I think there was a festival that was also called S2O. I don't know if there's a direct correlation, but it happened here in the States.
Oh, it's happening.
It is
happening.
happening.
Yeah,
It's
and
in
then
New York.
I think in LA it's happening. It's a Korean water festival called like Water Bomb Festival.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's
Waterbomb,
gonna
yeah.
be in
Heard of that?
LA too.
I know for STO and S2O in Thailand, it's for Songkran, which is like
Yes.
the Thai water festival, so
Yeah.
Thai New Year's.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, I need to go home. I need to go
Yeah,
to my
yeah,
people
yeah.
and see that.
Dude, like out in the streets, people are just like shooting each other with the water guns.
Yep.
Mhm.
Everywhere you
That's
go,
so fun.
everywhere you go, like the only safe place you have is if you're in your hotel room, not
Exactly.
the hotel hallways.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the
You
hallways?
you step out your room, people will douse you in water, unless
Insane.
you're old, a
Yeah.
monk, or pregnant. Those are the only 3 exceptions.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
I think
uh-huh.
I'd get kind of upset if I just got doused with water all of a
Well,
Where
here's
you
the
get
thing.
off?
Here's the thing. For Thai culture, it's the New Year when you bathe and get wet. It's to like wash away your sins and bad luck and negativity.
Sounds
of the
like
last
you guys
year.
need that after this weekend.
So like, yes.
She brought some water bottle.
Yeah, what happens if I wash away my phone though? Now I'm
Put
gonna
it
wash
in
away,
rice.
wash away my sins, but now I have to pay for
Oh.
it. No, a new phone.
Put it in
Man.
rice.
Yeah, only the first time.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. I think looking at it from like a performer's aspect, I'm guessing that water would not get or touch the stage.
Oh, yeah,
at
because
least.
the-
But I was looking at some of the videos over there, and it looked like water was everywhere.
Yeah.
Do they like put waterproof stuff on the CDJs or
I
something?
mean, I would think so.
What are you talking about, S2O?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it. They have like these giant water towers, but it's not close enough to the DJ booth.
And it like
Because of-
sprays out into the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Ah.
Nice.
I
I'm
mean,
curious
also-
about this LA show though. Like, I'm reading a drought, so like, would that
Yeah,
be really expensive?
Yeah, how's
Just
that
gonna
gonna
ship
work?
the water from Thailand.
Wait,
I think.
S2O is coming to LA. I thought it was going to New York.
So S2O is happening in New York, and Water Bomb Festival is happening in LA.
Oh, okay.
So
What's that?
Okay.
that's the one in Korea, that like water festival that they do.
It's more of a Korean hip hop R&B festival.
And like a couple
Ah.
EDM acts, yeah.
Interesting.
Like EDMX in between.
you playing?
It's great.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it STARSIGNS' goal to play at one of those festivals?
yes.
Or like an 88
Sure.
Rising festival.
That could
Oh,
be
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That could
88
be
Rising
cool.
would be really sick.
Yeah.
Are you guys correlated with 88 Rising?
Yeah, I've played a couple of their Head in the Clouds. I
Yeah.
also played the one in Manila like 2 years ago. So I'm like pretty tight with them. But I see that they've been, working with Knock 2 and ISO, which
yeah.
is like,
it's awesome.
it's really cool and inspiring. And we did like talk about trying to figure something out with them.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
maybe next time they can book us instead of Millennium.
You're hearing that?
we'll bring the Asian Ray train.
We'll bring our own.
We'll bring our train.
Great.
And I just wanted to have one last thought about, Asian culture and whatnot, since we've been on this for a moment, is like, how do you guys feel about the fact that you guys are, big Asian representation in this industry? Like, it's difficult to get our faces in anything. So the
Yeah.
fact that each of you have individually done it and now as a group,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's really sick. But it's interesting because I never thought of myself as a representative Asian. I think it all just boils down to whether or not the music's good, and it just so happens that I'm Asian.
Mhm.
But I'm proud of it though.
Yeah, I think it's important for like younger kids and younger producers, ravers, to have idols, because as we were growing up, like we didn't have that much representation on the DJ Mag Top 100.
Except for Steve Aoki.
We had Steve Aoki, and then a couple of years after that, we had Zoo, and I was like, this is great. And then with the whole boom of like 2015 to 2019, you started seeing more people get into dance music. They're Asian and people of color, and I think it's great. It's great to see. Like, it only just makes the dream more attainable. And with that being said, I feel like as more people get into it, it's only just healthier for the scene.
I had a question that I wanted to ask you guys, but first, I heard you guys have some unreleased music to show us.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, brother.
Mhm.
So I think this first tune that we're gonna play is a remix for some of our idols that we used to listen to growing up. So
Mhm.
I'm excited.
Let's take you back in time for a little bit.
yes.
Alright. The year is 2010.
Oh
paint
god.
a picture for me.
You're at Hot Topic.
Oh my God.
Trying to get some.
Y'all ever get
nice-
those rainbow mustache seatbelt belts because that was me.
The Swagapino era.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
hell
fuck,
yeah.
fuck yeah, Raves
Swagapino.
Tumblr. You know?
Filipino.
Yeah, you're just finishing middle school. You gotta go home to feed your Tamagotchi.
Oh my god, that's exactly
You're,
what I did.
You're like, before
no,
I
that's
go home,
verbatim what I did.
I'm gonna get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You walk in, everyone's in the living room, MTV's on, and the song plays.
Here we go, come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand.
All the memories start coming back right now.
With you right here, I'm a rocketeer. Let's fly. Up, up, here we go. Up, up, here we go. Let's fly. Up, up, here we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Where we go, we don't need roads. And where we stop, nobody knows.
I'm just like, I see myself longboarding down the road.
I got a jetpack with your name on it. Above the clouds in the atmosphere. Say the words, then we out of here. Out of here. Hold my hand if you
Feeling scared, scared.
flying up, out of here. Here we go. Come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand. Close your eyes. With you right here, I'm a rocketeer. Let's fly.
Yeah.
Up, here we go, go. Up, here we go, go. Let's fly.
Yo, this is a vibe.
Where we stop, nobody knows.
That's stutter vocals.
That's your idea too. It's his idea.
Here we go, go. Up, here we go.
This part though.
Up, here we go, go. 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 Up, here we go. I gotta stay. Till I die. I gotta stay. Till I die.
The switch up is crazy.
Fuck yeah, let's start it.
With you right here, I'm a rocketeer.
Yeah, that's what we got.
I was not expecting that mid-tempo drop.
Yeah.
No, that was crazy.
That's progressive house.
No,
Okay.
that's not.
That was a funny story
The
about
one,
that.
the one song that we did that's at 110 BPM.
Yeah.
It's an exception.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about we're thinking about doing a remix for like Fly Like a G6 or Rocketeer, and we're like, I mean, there's a lot of Fly Like a G6 remixes on SoundCloud and everywhere. So we're like, let's just give our little spin on Rocketeer.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are the modern day Far East movement.
No, we're not.
No.
Bro,
But shout out to them though.
Shout out to
That
them,
brought
yeah.
me back.
Dude, that
Yeah.
gave me like
Yeah.
2011 longboarding home every day.
Skateboarding
Headphones
recap.
in.
Yeah.
No, but he described it perfectly. Like legit, I was in middle school and then I would go home to my Tamagotchi. That's exactly what it was.
Shout out to Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
I like how you guys can also like hear your guys's individual like like I guess like
Sounds.
sounds
Yeah.
aspects to it, and it all blends in together seamlessly.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the question I was gonna ask earlier: how do you guys balance your individual projects with this current one that you guys have now? Because I know you were talking about how this is now your third.
It's my third like
project.
active artist project.
Oh yeah, don't you have like Hotel Garuda?
Well, so I used to be part of Hotel Garuda. We split off, and then we started a new techno project called Chrome Bodies, and we launched that like last year. So and then we launched this Chrome Bodies.
Chrome bodies. Chrome bodies.
So yeah, this is like my third active project, but I don't know. How I balance it is it just keeps things fresh for me. It fulfills like different parts of my soul, so I never feel like I'm just like locked into one sound. And I think I was never really that type of artist to just be doing one thing at a time.
Right.
So throughout my career, I've always been part of a bunch of different things. So I don't know. It's just fun, and I like to stay busy rather than just chilling. So yeah, that's how I do it.
Congrats, you have ADHD.
Yes, undiagnosed for sure.
I want to chill.
Yeah, Peter, you want to talk about your own project and like Star Signs and
I think for me doing a Yetep project, it just I started off doing like SoundCloud mixes,
Yeah.
so I would just play a
Tumblr.
bunch of and like Tumblr, yeah,
I
Tumblr.
was there.
And then just kind of I always played different type of genres. So doing this with these guys, I've been such a big fan of their work previously, so it's awesome to be able to work with them, and I get my little niche playing like dubstep and everything else as Yetep. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, sick. I think with MYRNE, I'm definitely leaning more towards like the chiller side of dance music, and the more housey, more melodic house, and that's like the kind of music that fulfills me personally, that I love listening to alone. So I'd say in a sense like the MYRNE project is more for myself, and Star Signs just really having a good time with like the people around me.
The boys.
Yeah.
I was about to ask then, how is it collaborating with each other? Because obviously, like, you're three powerhouse
Yeah.
individuals alone.
Yeah.
Is there bickering? Is there, nah, this is cool, let's
No.
do this? Or is it all like just like throw something at the wall and we're like, yeah, this
Basically,
works?
yeah. I think first and importantly, we started this to have fun, to hang out with them. So
Yeah.
overall, the whole studio time is just fun. Just us doing whatever.
Yeah, I think because we're friends, that allows us to make the process feel super, like, very, very natural. And we all have our own strengths. So if I'm not able to do one thing, either of these guys can take over. So there's always like progress happening. There's not much bickering at all. Like I said, like, we're friends, so it's just fun.
It's just funny watching Manny produce this stuff, because he makes music like lane 8, like super chill.
Yeah.
And I'm playing like super energetic stuff, and Chris is kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
He's like, all right, I gotta find a way to blend these two together.
But I'm not sure if you guys
Exactly.
know though. Manny worked on Holograms that I Want to Know, so he's been
Yeah,
in the
I've
game.
Been around. I've been around.
Been around.
That was my first cut after moving to LA in, I think, 2016. Worked on that. But also, like, back to our decision-making process. We're kind of like the, United Nations Security Council. It's all unanimous voting.
Gotcha.
One of us
Okay.
disagrees, we just trash that idea.
Nice.
So we all three have to be on board.
I
which
usually
think
get
is
bullied,
great.
so they don't
Oh,
like any of my
That's
decision
not
making.
true.
They don't
That's
like
not
any of
true.
my
Cut that,
decision
cut
making.
that.
The other way around, bro.
Yeah.
Then also, since you guys played at Lost in Dreams,
Yeah, you
Yes,
guys made your
sir.
debut.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Fun.
see the DJ decks. Do you have like 6 setups, or like you guys are taking turns? I
How is
honestly have
that?
no idea.
No, we're
Yeah.
taking turns.
We're
There's
taking-
like 4 CDJs total.
Yeah.
And before the set, we decided, all right, we'll do two, here. You talk on the mic then, etc. Like all that.
We
So
actually like, it's my first time actually like planning like set, and then we actually like booked the studio time and like figured out who's gonna do what.
yeah.
It's been a lot more serious than your Yetep project, that's for sure.
Yeah. And I think the reason
Yeah.
why we had to kind of plan our set a little bit is because we want to be playing a lot of our own music. So
Yeah.
we really had to, it was almost like a puzzle. We were trying to figure out when can we play this original and
Yeah.
what kind of vibe are we going for after that. So
Yeah.
it's very, we were just performing surgery on the set,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot more moving pieces, and it gets,
Yeah.
by yourself, it's just whatever's going through your head. But with one more person, it's exponential.
Mhm.
Exponential things you have to do,
You
not
have
just
to
like.
consider like everyone's feelings about that. So
But it's been overall like really, really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing with 3 people, you're gonna have to coordinate a little bit more. I'm guessing in the studio, do you guys like practice in the mirror? Like, what time you guys? One of you is gonna go up and stand on the decks.
You're
one of
laughing,
you's-
but that's what we did.
we did. We actually did. I'm not kidding.
We planned like all the mic moments. We've planned
As you should.
because
I got a little too excited though. I talked a little bit too much, but
Yeah, bro
Nice.
couldn't stop yapping.
Bro was yapping in front of 20,000 people.
No, it's okay.
I had a lot to say.
You did good.
It was great. Yeah, 18 IDs. We had like 18 songs that we
Wow.
wrote. Yeah, I would say that Lost in Dream set was just all of our own music plus Reload and
That's real, yeah.
And Proxy,
and
Martin
Proxy.
Oh yeah, and Conga
But-
Rock as well, but
Babylon.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people realize. I think they just thought that we were just playing a bunch of throwbacks, but it was
Yeah.
mostly like all of our stuff.
I think Peter said something really cool too, because we grew up with this kind of music, but there's a whole generation of ravers out there who just turned 18, 21, who have only heard of rumors of,
Yeah.
Tomorrowland and Avicii, like who is Avicii? So they've never seen these like songs that are so special to us live, and we just wanted to give them that feeling.
Yeah, I saw a comment on like our YouTube set, and someone was like, "Thank you for like educating the younger ravers," and I was like, "Oh my god, we did our job."
I don't know about
That was-
educating, but it was
That,
fun.
that makes us sound
I mean-
fucking old.
Whatever. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
I just had
Definitely
a. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying like definitely showcasing those old songs and like those timeless things that the younger generation they're not gonna seek it out themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to piggyback on that, I mean, there are people that have not heard the original of Rocketeer.
Bro, don't
You
even
know?
get me
Dude. Oh my
started.
God, don't say
Have you guys thought about the fact
say
that your guys' remix right there was probably the first
And
time they've
yeah,
ever
because
heard this,
not only
or that's
that-
the only version they know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not only that, with TikTok, like remixes and throwbacks are a huge thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that's to be fair. I think it's because a lot of us are in the nostalgic era,
Mhm.
because like technology and music, people, culture, everything just grew so fast and evolved so fast that it's just like
Take me back.
Yeah, like everything feels nostalgic now because everything was like, years and years of advancements, like behind us, but it feels like
Yeah.
yesterday.
I think COVID kind of kickstarted that for me because I was so used to just like trying to move on to the next thing, and then COVID kind of forced me to take a step back. And that's when I realized like I just want to make stuff that like makes me feel like that the feeling when I was younger, the feeling of awe. So I think that plays like a big influence in how I approach this project
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Right.
I know one of you mentioned that you went to EDC years ago. Were all of you ravers at one point or another? Or did you just go straight into, I'm going to make music now?
Music.
I was a
I was-
nerd. I was a nerd first.
I was a crazy raver. I attended so many raves.
Man.
I wasn't like that. I was always
Yeah.
making music. Like I've been making music since I was like 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I got old enough to attend events, I definitely,
You went ham.
kind of went crazy sometimes.
yeah. I think being in the U.S., you just get really spoiled for choice with
Oh,
festivals.
definitely.
Yeah.
Back home,
Especially in LA.
the
Oh, yeah.
first festival I went to was like the Mid Autumn Festival, the Dragon
that?
Boat Festival. It's just like an
Okay.
Asian like,
Okay.
and
Did you take your Asian rave train there?
oh, I did, yeah. The high
Did your
speed,
train?
The
How,
train, the
how
train.
big was it?
the high speed rail. No, I mean I didn't really go to like dance music festivals until like much later. I think like my early 20s, 25. But then you still have to travel outside of Singapore to see these things. There was one big festival from years ago, Zouk Out, that was kind of like piggybacking off that golden age rave. So you have Armin, Alesso, and I could never go to those events because I was either too young or I was studying for something.
Nerd.
Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, speaking of, that, were your parents supportive in the beginning?
No.
Because, as like Asian Americans, it's known in like Asian culture that parents want you to become doctors or lawyers or like whatever.
They want you to get a real job.
Yeah. So in the entertainment industry is like something they're like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
It's unstable.
I was on track to just work at a desk for the rest of my life. I was like doing finance internships in New York and
Whoa.
getting my degree and stuff. But then like at the same time all that was happening, I had some songs like pop off on SoundCloud, and like Skrillex was like, promoting me on his socials, and I was just like to my parents, I was like, Google him. Like this is like actually happening. So yeah, it was like really difficult with my parents. They just clearly didn't understand this type of thing. They thought it was just like for fun. So they're like, yeah, you can do your fun little hobby like in your room, but like get your degree, all that. So we eventually came to an agreement that if I finish like college, they'll let me do they'll let me do music for like 1 summer. But there was no turning back after
You
that.
saw it as a challenge.
10 summers later.
10 summers later, literally.
Damn.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Around that beginning time, did they still question like, all right, summer's over? Or did you pop off so quickly?
Luckily, no. Yeah. In that
Yeah.
one summer, I spent in LA and I played a bunch of shows, and then I was getting booked for tours that fall. So I was like,
Holy shit, you
I'm not-
leveled up so fast.
yeah,
That's crazy.
It all like happened within like a year. So
Nice.
that was cool.
That's always good. I feel
Yeah.
like it's like when you're given that opportunity to like actually shine and be like, cool, I'm gonna go do this 100% versus 10% here, 10% here,
Exactly.
50% here.
And that was the challenging thing about being in school, is that like I can only devote so much time to like the music thing. I was turning down shows. It was like really frustrating, but everything worked out.
I'm guessing your parents are fine with you doing the music thing now.
They're like my number one fans now.
Oh.
Like they want to come to every show that I play at home and stuff. Like, can you arrange us a table so that your aunt can sit down? And I'm like, yes, of course. Of
Oh, hi
course.
Chris. Can I get plus 20 on the guest list?
Literally though, like
All
the whole
dudes.
family.
yeah, hey, 16 of your cousins want to come.
Bro.
Like,
Hey, I know I already put in the guest list, but can I put in like 7 more?
that literally happens all
Right
the
before the
time.
Because
door,
your
hey.
aunt of your friend, their son, yeah, they want to come.
Yeah.
Tita Killa.
No.
Do you guys have family members that go to your events often?
Yeah, all the time. Like my family's in DC, so every time I play a show in DC, they all come out, which is really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
I
Your
feel
whole
like
crowd is your family.
half
yeah,
of it
that
is
too.
Yeah.
just a bunch of old Filipinos.
Oh, I love that.
Take them on
So-
stage with you.
Yeah. What would be what would be some advice you would give to a young new artist, especially I'm sticking in the whole Asian American thing, but like
Sure.
Asian American, who, you
Yeah.
know, having parents that might not necessarily support.
Yeah, I mean, I can say something real quick about this. I think find a way to communicate with them and be as transparent as you can, because they want what's best for you.
Yeah.
And if you're honest with them, you can eventually figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like people always ask, like, parents, they want to make sure we have a very secure lifestyle. How do you combat, when parents are like, it's not secure?
It isn't secure. That's the risk of it all. Like,
I feel like that's like any freelance work though.
Yeah.
Anything.
I would even say it's like this generation's job market nowadays, especially
yeah.
with
Right.
like AI submerging. I know a lot of friends who graduated college in like IT and like all these like great majors, and they can't find a job.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. So I just feel like maybe just say nothing is secure nowadays.
Yeah.
No, actually though, no dead ass. Because I have a friend who recently just got let go from her job, and she had like a contract and all that stuff. 6 months in, they're like, yeah, we just can't pay you.
Man.
Damn.
Yeah. It's
Like,
definitely going to
that's
be
so
a bit
not
more
cool.
common. But when it comes to music, though, I think best advice for anyone that's looking to start in the industry, you really have to put in the work. Like, if you're going to be a music producer, be good at music. Learn everything you can. Like, knowledge is out there for you to see. And I think with some kind of level of skill, it makes it easier to convince like the people around you, like, this is a real thing that I could do. Just be good at what you do and just
Yeah.
put in the hours.
Also,
every day.
dye your hair. That'll help.
Go Super Saiyan.
Have a
mode.
look.
Yeah, have a look.
To piggyback what Manny said, I think the hardest part is starting. So
Yeah.
once you start,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
try to be better than what you were yesterday.
I feel like we've been doing it for like 10 years, and we're still learning something new every day.
Do you
And
think it's easier now because there's so much information out there because of the internet?
I feel like sometimes it gets confusing though too. That's because there's too much information. So
a lot
I kind
of
of just
bad advice out
advice,
there?
yeah, a lot of
Like,
YouTube
dye your hair?
videos.
That's the worst advice I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
take that one to heart.
Have you
man.
looked in the mirror?
you should. You look great.
Yeah, try it out.
Thanks.
Maybe try some highlights first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Platinum.
I
You
think
should
I was
you
gonna.
should just go for it.
Or
Yeah,
just-
I was gonna
Just
go for your look.
Let's go for it.
Nice.
I tried
Okay.
pink. That shit was rough.
Wait, you were pink?
I was pink.
Oh, but for
That
like
lasts
a week though.
That
right?
lasts like a week.
Yeah,
It
I
does.
did not
I've had
see
pink
you.
hair.
I find it understand like girls' pain,
Yeah.
like doing this.
Yeah.
Beauty's
yeah.
pain.
Real.
Beauty
Oh.
is pain.
Yep.
Expensive too.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Unless it melts your hair off.
Oh yeah, that's a funny story.
That's a funny story.
Well, the first time I got close to Nand, he had his hair like all dyed and like permed and stuff.
Did we have the same appointment?
Fast forward to Forbidden Kingdom in 2023, and he's like, something went wrong. And I was like, what's wrong? And he pulls out his hair tie, and like his hair is just all fried off.
Literally all I had left was this. No. Everything else was gone.
Damn.
So 2 months later, we're in Baltimore, and we're at Target, and he's getting like his hair cut by our friend who's just evening out his hair, and he's like sitting on the curb in the parking lot just getting his hair cut.
Crazy.
I was at the point I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to hide it anymore. Like trying to use just this to hide all of this.
Oh, we gotta go bald.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it, even it out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, but we here now.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're still with us.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy.
I'd like to actually throw in a thought too about the advice for people. Is like, I always feel like in the entertainment industry, music in particular, you gotta love what you do more than anything else. And unfortunately, you gotta love it more than you should ever have to love doing something.
Yeah.
And that's such a crazy statement to think about. It's just like, you gotta.
I feel like that's like for like any career like you do. Like you just gotta commit for that.
You gotta truly
commit.
And sometimes it's not a choice. Like I mean, luckily for me, I didn't just choose to make music. It was just something that's always been a part of me. So I think I lucked out with that. But yeah, you do have to commit.
It's like a low-key competition too, you know, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you get.
It's a business after
It is
all.
a business.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think it's like
I gotta outplay Manny.
do whatever. I think music at its nature is very collaborative, and it's like it's such a crazy concept to be able to do something with your physical body, to put something in the universe forever. That's how I view music. Like it's always a blessing to be able to create something from thin air. And that's what just keeps me going.
Yeah,
think.
Tsunami had this one tweet. She was like, music is the closest thing to magic. And that's always resonated with me. It's, yeah.
What was it? He said, Flux Pavilion. We had him on the podcast a couple of months ago. And he said, like, you know, he's a wizard. Because in his mind, it's like making music is magic.
Yeah.
Casting spells.
Yep.
Exactly.
So he's just constant sound wizard.
Yeah.
I think he also said he makes that separation so that he can avoid like almost like a burnout between both him as an individual and him as a project.
That's great.
How do you guys stop like you know
that's great.
avoid burnout?
That's honestly something I'm struggling with right now, and I think that's part of the reason why I started these other projects is because I want to put myself in a mindset where I'm playing a character, so that I'm not necessarily giving my whole self away, but I'm still protecting my own, persona. So
How do you balance that? Like your own personal life and then you're an artist.
it's so like blurred now that
gotcha.
I'm not really balancing it, but it's something I'm working on. Yeah.
I think me too. I feel like how I act in daily life is the same way I view my music, and it's more of a part of me than anything else.
Before we continue, I wanted to go ahead and say a big thank you to our sponsors, being Clutch Loop and Boom Boom. They are sponsoring our episodes, and they do take care of us, so please go check them out. And just a heads up, the clutch loops you see here are actually part of their new Lost Lands drop, and this is the big announcement that I've been so excited to tell you guys about is they are partnering with Lost Lands. So every person who gets a ticket and goes to Lost Lands will be getting a clutch loop.
Damn.
In their
Box.
yeah, which is
Nice.
crazy and awesome. It goes to show that they're really trying to look out for the community, you know, like and just be here for us. And also, these designs are sick.
They have dinosaurs.
Wow.
Fire.
What a vibe.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully nobody loses phones now. No
Yeah.
excuses.
Which
No
is
excuses.
crazy to think about. That's something that you really have to worry about nowadays.
Oh,
is
yeah.
getting your phone stolen at a festival.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Phone theft is huge.
I got my phone stolen like during Oral Grime at Coachella.
Oh shit.
And I had a
yeah.
finance test like that Monday, and I was just losing my mind, like trying to get my shit together.
Did you pass?
I passed.
Core.
Yeah.
At least you passed.
At least I passed. Yeah, it was crazy.
For me, it was Lost in Dreams last year. No, 2 years ago.
Vegas?
my
Yeah,
fault.
the Vegas one.
My
And I tell this
bad.
story all the time because that was my first and only time I got my phone stolen.
Okay.
And as you guys know, we all like shoot content at festivals, do that stuff. I think I had 14 videos that I had finished. Gone just like that.
Yeah, and the thing with TikTok, like if you film on TikTok, you lose the drafts once you lose the phone.
Damn.
No.
That's crazy.
Back then you did. I mean,
Yeah.
now
It's
now,
better
now it
now?
saves up, but I guess
Oh,
they
thank
they
God.
learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a so that gut feeling when you lose your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clutch loop.
The plug. I can't even imagine though. Imagine losing your phone. Like it's how would you call it, like Uber and stuff like that? You know,
Yeah.
like all your Apple Pay and
Hopefully your,
stuff.
your friends. Yeah.
No, deadass,
Yeah.
yeah. As soon
That's
as
crazy.
that happened, I had to stick with my friends the whole time. I'm like, all right, I need to drive to the airport. How do I do this?
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, I got my phone stolen at a Set the Sky show, and literally I couldn't enjoy Set the Sky because I was too busy changing all my passwords on another friend's phone just in case.
Yeah. Smart.
True.
Yeah.
Smart.
True.
Ah, that
Man.
sucks.
Hey, that means it was a good thing that my phone got stolen at the very end of last year, in the last hour.
Hey, at least you didn't lose your phone this year, right?
Dude, I kept making that joke this year every time. When Marion went on, I was like, oh, my phone's still here.
PTSD.
Right.
Very clutch.
Very clutch.
Anyway, let's
let's go on to some fan questions.
Oh, we're not doing
Oh,
embarrassing
nice.
story first?
Huh? Did you want to do the embarrassing story first?
So I do have an anonymous embarrassing story that we usually do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so this guy said, happened at day trip, this past day trip. My now ex-girlfriend met me at entrance to day trip. We went back to the hotel to get her a separate key card in case she wanted to go home early. She disappears at around 5 p.m. I head back to the hotel day 1 of day trip at 10 p.m. and caught her sleeping with another guy. Needless to say, I'm not with her anymore.
That's not very clutch.
That's not embarrassing. That's fucked up.
that's embarrassing.
What story is this? Oh man.
I wouldn't say embarrassing, I'd say crazy.
Poor
There-
guy.
That's a
It's
better word.
crazy.
It's
Poor
crazy.
guy.
Plus
Dude.
the story.
She
Oh,
belongs in
sad.
the streets.
She's for the
Yeah, she's for the
Wait,
streets.
so she walked in on him?
He walked in on her
In his room.
Damn.
in their room.
Damn.
That's wild.
Wait, okay, when you're in a relationship, you brought another person to your hotel room that you are sharing with your significant what goes through your head?
It's just like a new type of low.
logicking.
The math ain't mathing.
Anyway.
Anyway, let's move on to fan questions.
I have one. Okay. Emma Hoff02 asks, what are your star zodiac signs?
Oh.
So I'm a Cancer.
I'm also a Cancer.
I'm not a Cancer. I'm a Taurus. I am 2 to 1.
Chris and I are just
Yeah.
emotional.
Water
Yes.
and earth sign? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys believe in
Grounded.
astrology? Like,
A little bit.
Dude, I didn't, and then now I do. Honestly,
It's kinda
It's kind
scary.
of scary actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I get all confused at the sun rising and moon rising.
Okay,
all
that
yeah,
I
the
don't
extra stuff.
understand.
But yeah, but I think just going in, you kind of could tell like their personality traits and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I think there's some value in it. I personally don't believe that much in it, but I've read some good advice. Co-star, all that.
Oh my god.
Have you guys heard of primal astrology?
Primal
What
astrology?
is that?
Yeah, I discovered this a couple of years ago. So it's when it's your Eastern and your Western come together. So it's like
Oh.
so I'm Leo, but I'm also the year of the dog.
Okay.
Together it's a Shih Tzu
I
or
got
a
that.
lion dog.
Take a look at that.
So there's like a whole bunch of different ones. Like you could be
Okay.
a starfish.
Can you,
could be a
can you
piranha.
tell me mine? I was born in the year of the pig.
Yeah, let
And
me
I'm a
look it up. Somebody else asked a question.
Yeah.
I'm
Let
a
me
bull
look that up.
pig.
Wait.
That's crazy.
yeah. While he looks that one up, SE Hoops asks, well, it just says core memory. So I'm guessing,
Core memory?
what are your guys' individual core memories and then a core
Oh.
memory as a group?
Okay. Want to start, Peter?
As like a raver or as
Anything.
a
Anything.
I guess
anything?
music related.
Music related.
Yeah.
It was when I attended EDC Las Vegas
Mm-hmm.
and like Swedish Shots Mafia was playing. There were fireworks and everything. Everyone's so happy. I look over. My friend is breaking up with his girlfriend.
on stage.
Not on stage. I was a
okay.
fan first.
Oh, okay.
So. And I was like, I was wondering going in. I'm like, how can anybody spend that much money and fight? And I go to events. And I always get confused seeing couples fight at an event. I'm like, dude, that's
Yeah.
such a waste of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, we just talked about this
Gotcha.
last episode. How like if a couple has very like underlying issues and then they go to a festival together, it just comes out.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's kind of like going on vacation, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like the people always say like going on vacation with your partner is a test to see if like you guys are gonna work out. Honestly, going to a festival is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
emotions are high. You're up for God knows how many hours. Little food, stimulation everywhere.
Sounds like they need to listen to melodic bass, like the Christian music, you know, go to
Yeah.
church.
I'm good. I'm good.
He said, I'm good.
What was your were you a Taurus? You said.
What's that? Taurus, yeah.
And
Taurus and
pig.
year of the pig.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah, dude. You're a wombat.
A wombat.
Yeah, and there's like a whole like list of the
Damn,
more
okay.
information. I'll send it to you.
That's
Yeah.
not too bad. Yeah,
Wombat.
thanks.
A wombat.
Yeah. That's a cool one though.
Yeah, wombats are kind of tasty. Okay.
Wait, can I see
Have you?
mine?
You said tasty.
No, I didn't.
What?
Don't worry about it.
He's from Singapore. Please excuse him.
I'm
What's
a
your crazy
novel.
story? What's your crazy
Well, like core memory.
core memory? Core memory. Yeah.
I think it was walking into EDC Vegas for the very first time. I had just like flown in on a red eye from playing Firefly Festival out in Delaware. To see the crazy difference was just like so insane, and that kind of like solidified my idea of like, wow, I'm in this. Like I was playing later that night at like 3 a.m. and just like seeing all the lights, and it was so massive. I had never seen anything like that before, but yeah, it was cool.
It's pretty
Let's take-
overwhelming though.
Yeah.
You guys remember like your first time walking into the EDC?
Oh yeah, just
Bro.
kind of in
That's pretty
awe.
crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know what to expect. I
So
think-
much booty.
I remember my second
Me if
time.
I was a pirate.
What the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, your first time at EDC.
I remember my second
Second time. What year?
You don't
was
remember the
this?
first time.
The first time, like, we didn't go in through the stairwell.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
went
to
through
the
the
back?
parking. So
Oh,
like,
right,
it
right.
wasn't super magical for me in that regard.
no.
And it was 2019. It was my first one. I went with not my group of friends. I went with a girl I was seeing at the time and all of her friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just ended up like solo wandering around and whatnot. So it wasn't like oh my god, best experience of my life. But it was
Okay.
definitely like, this is nuts.
Okay.
You kind of lose like the reality of it. You know, you forget that you're at like a music festival. It feels like
Yeah.
a different world out there.
I love
Yeah.
how like intimate it is at EDC because there's a ton of people around you that you can kind of just hide in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
That's a vibe for me.
It's almost like a whole town, you know,
Yeah, it's
built
like its
up
own
into
little
that
city.
speedway.
It is. It's like Disneyland, low key.
Speaking of that, I think when I went to Tomorrowland, that was what I thought too. Like this is a fake city because it was massive in there.
Aren't there like 16 stages or something?
Yeah, there were. I went
That's
in
nuts.
2018.
Sorry, what?
I played the Rose Garden stage, and just walking in, I felt. I think that was like my ED. I've never been to EDC, and Tomorrowland was like the closest like bucket list festival for me. So walking in, I just felt like, wow, this is insane. This is another level. And then you buy a bottle of water for like $12.
I saw they have like their own like actual grocery stores.
Yeah, you can stock up. There's camping too, so you
Yeah.
could just. It's like a Target, I guess.
That's crazy.
Just buy whatever you want before you go in.
I think it's crazy that you've been into Tomorrowland, but
But
you
not
haven't been to
EDC.
EDC.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like
It's foreigners, man.
sounds like we need to go at Star Signs.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
mind doing both as Star Signs, you know. But seeing Axwell in this crazy stage in Tomorrowland, it was just one of these LED panels that curved upward.
Sick.
So like infinite visuals, and I was just standing there like this. I can't believe my life.
Was that
Oh.
this year?
2018,
2018.
6 years ago. Yeah.
My friend told me who went this year. He said it was like 16 stages.
Insane.
Food was like awesome.
Insane. Yeah.
They have their own restaurants.
Wow.
They
Wild.
do. It is like Disneyland, right?
Wait, is
Yeah.
it 3 days or is it like longer?
It's like
than
2
that?
weekends.
weekends.
Then.
2 weekends.
So
though.
3 days each.
Yeah.
Do you stay there the whole time?
No.
So I bet some people do, but
Yeah.
I know just people just go for a weekend.
Yeah. Also, you're in Belgium, so you could go
Like
around
wherever,
Europe
yeah, it's cool about
for the
Europe.
weekday and then go back to Tomorrowland.
You could take a train to a different country
Literally.
if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High speed rail. Please build some.
Why don't we
Please.
have some here? Excuse me.
Because cars.
Henry Ford.
I don't want to
Literally,
drive.
No, for real though. Like,
I want to stay a passenger princess.
yeah. They blocked a
Yeah.
lot of public transport
For sure, for
development because they wanted to sell cars. Little fun
Yeah.
fact. Yeah.
Welcome to I'm Peaking, the Urban Organization podcast. Today we're going to look at structural economics of car travel.
Do you guys have any core memories together as a group?
Oh
Ooh, I think it was Lost in Dreams for me.
Dude, yeah.
Lost in Dreams.
Lost in
Yeah.
Dreams, like getting up on stage as the intro was playing and looking
Yeah.
out into the crowd, I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
literally like
crazy.
texted guys after like a day after. I'm like, dude, I miss it so much. I miss you guys.
The day before when we were going off in our group chat, like, yo, it's 6:40 on a Friday. What if everyone's just like
At
still
work.
at work?
Yeah.
You know, we walk in, it's like 20,000 people. It's like, oh, the average credit score here is like 200. You're not working.
Yo,
You're here at
we
4
make
p.m.
it work. We make it work.
I know. I
okay?
respect it. That was a core memory for us. But we were
Yeah.
hanging out so many different times before too. We had a really crazy, fun moment at your sold out observatory show. Was that 22, 23? Chris and I were there.
I think
I
it was
think like
23.
two years ago.
Like,
Yeah.
early 23.
Yeah, he was just killing it up there, and
Mhm.
we were drinking on his rider, and sorry,
That was fun.
but it was a fun night out.
Yeah.
And then who knew we'd play a festival together like 2 years after?
Right.
First of many.
Damn it! I just had it, and then you
It
were
went
speaking.
away.
Yeah.
Gotta
God,
catch it.
No, there it is. The I know we talked about it a little off camera, but I don't think we did on here. How did it work getting together collectively, leading up to Lost in Dreams?
So he lives in Singapore, so that was kind of a challenge at first, but he recently luckily moved to LA for like a couple months. And so we would just block out as much time as we could in the
Yeah.
studio, take Discord calls at like 11 p.m. on
Yeah.
weekdays and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a grind.
There's a
Do
will,
we
there's a
hustle
way.
like?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Yeah.
would plan out your sets in Discord calls?
Yes.
Or like I would work on music and stream it, and then Peter would be like, "Oh, change that kick drum." I'd be like, "Yes, Peter."
Yeah, because also the time zone.
No. This was when I was in LA.
Okay, gotcha.
Back in Singapore, we all kind of like, he'll start an idea and then he'll pass it on to me, and I'll pass it to Peter, and he'll go back, and then we'll wrap it up, and it's like it's really seamless. We're all kind of on the same page. Yeah.
I feel
No.
fan question from logo board scribe 20. Favorite Avicii song?
Oh wow.
Ooh, great question.
Penguin.
Ooh.
It's the non-vocal version of Fade into Darkness. It was this idea that he had. It was just called Penguin. I remember I found it on LimeWire or something.
Whoa.
Oh my
LimeWire.
God.
It's like
So-
Tamagotchi days.
It was
LimeWire.
yeah, the one that goes like
Tamagotchi.
dung, 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 dung,
Yeah,
dung,
yeah.
dung, dung, and it was just like a 7-8 minute song with no vocals. I'm like, this is crazy.
For me, it's Bromance, for sure.
Seek
That was probably the
Bromance?
first Avicii song I heard. And, changed my life.
I was gonna say that one,
Yeah.
Stole his answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Damn.
my fault.
but I think all his music I'm so jealous of is like it seems so timeless.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play Avicii songs right now, it'll still go off. People will love it. So
Yeah. So yours is Levels?
levels is great.
Levels is great. I Could Be the One is great.
I Could Be the One's
I could
great.
be the one that's good. Do you remember when it was called Fuck School?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is also Alcoholic.
Alcoholic is a really good one.
That was when he was Tim Berg. I think his first Avicii release was called Man Man. It had some MAN. It was like OG tech house. It's a really groovy, fun track. It feels like an Ibiza track. And then he went definitely a bit more melodic. That's like weird.
Speaking of Avicii, though, we have a remix that we played out at Lost in Dreams.
Yeah.
And thinking about dropping it at some
Mhm.
point.
Fade into Darkness.
Fade into Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Was that the unreleased track that you guys were gonna show us?
No, we got a
or-
different one.
Unfortunately,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we ready to hear it?
Are
Yeah.
we ready to hear
Oh,
it? I'm
damn.
ready to hear
Okay.
it.
I'm kind
You
of
ready?
ready to hear it.
Yeah.
You ready?
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this.
Okay. we can take one more question.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
One more fan
last one
question.
already?
Yeah. Hold on.
Other than Avicii, who are your guys' like inspirations for the Star Signs project?
Star Signs Project. Well,
Alesso,
Mhm.
Swedish House Mafia.
mhm. Interestingly, we've been like listening to like old trance too, like the early Tiesto stuff.
Mm.
A lot of our like we're not trying to recreate progressive house. Like we're also bringing rave elements.
Mm-hmm.
So like from his Chrome Bodies project, this is a big influence, you know,
Yeah.
in the sound and like how aggressive everything feels.
Yeah. I get to use like the same sounds for like two different projects. Kind of a cheat code, but
Recycling.
Yeah.
We definitely want to play out front in progressive house, not just playing other people's song. You know, we want to kind of make our stamp a little bit too. But yeah, I think that the song's ready.
Okay.
Want
Let's
to do
hear
an
it.
intro of
do
what the
it.
song is, Chris?
Yeah, sure. So this song that we're about to play is upcoming on our EP. It's a song that we wrote with Zella, two really good producers slash songwriter vocalists
And DJs.
DJs.
Yeah.
So this is Aries Means Something to You. Just playing off
No,
the
it's
sound.
Raindrops always fall when I think of you. You know they do now. Cloudy in my head when I.
The ambience is so pretty.
Do you feel it too? I know it sounds crazy, but you stay on my mind every night. There's something about first time feeling something like you and I. How does something like this not work when I always put you first?
Her vocals are beautiful.
I hope it hurt, 'cause I just want to mean something to you. No, 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 I know that I do. No, 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 so what do I do? No, 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 to mean something to you. I just want to mean something to you.
That's so pretty.
They smashed the vocals for sure.
Yeah, they're great. They performed this song live with us at Lost in Dreams.
I was just saying like the vocals.
I know it sounds crazy, but you stay on my mind every night. There's something about first time feeling something like you and I. How does something like this not work when I always put you first? I hope it hurts, 'cause I just want to mean something to you. No, 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 I know that I do. No, 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 so what do I do? No, 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 to mean something to you. 'Cause I just want to mean something to you. 'Cause I just want to mean something to you. 'Cause I just want to mean something to you. Cause I just want to mean something to you.
Pretty good.
Cause I just want to mean something to you. Cause I just want to mean something to you.
Put me in a
Holy
dark
shit.
warehouse with sunglasses and put that on, and I'll
That's
be happy.
it.
Let's
That
Let's
was
go.
giving like Tron vibes.
Yeah,
let's
thank you.
Hell
Yeah, it went off live too. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
And you said they sing it live?
They
Yeah.
did, yeah. Lost in Dreams. It was got a little crowded up there. There are five
That's
people.
like 5 people total.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, that was interesting.
But we made it work.
We made it
And
work.
they're crazy live too.
Yeah.
Shout out Zella.
That one seemed vastly different from the
Other ones.
first
Rocketeer?
track that you
Yeah.
showed us.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
does it help having three minds in order to, I guess, have a lot of variety into your music?
For sure, yeah. We're also trying to re-energize the genre. Like, I think in the I think the reason why it went out of style, like progressive house, not because of other genres, but because it was too much rehashing of the same sounds, right? So every track had the same, like, you know, female ballady vocal, and then like big aggressive drop, and then like breakdown. And I think they wouldn't, and they would all be the same BPM, like 128. Like for us, I think the great thing about music in this day and age, I think audiences are a little more receptive to other styles. And that's why we decide to, you know, we're not keeping anything off the table.
I always joke that they got tired of being happy, so they wanted dubstep to be angry.
Oh, wise.
I agree. Yeah.
I feel like music is kind of like fashion. That's like definitely trendy.
Yeah.
And I think like progressive house, it was kind of died out. But now it's kind of coming back. Like you see like dubstep came back, drum and bass making a huge scene, techno, and I think kind of feature bass, melodic bass are kind of going down. But I think that will make people work harder to make it, you know, rejuvenated.
I think did we have time for one more question?
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Let me see here. Because there was one that I really wanted to ask. Let me see. Thank you guys for being here, by the way.
Thank you for having us.
This was a lot of fun. It was like just 6 people just like talking like bros.
I watched you guys for a while, so I'm like a big fan of you guys' work. So
Hey.
Nice.
congrats to you guys too, and you guys a new studio, everything.
Yeah,
and
it's beautiful.
His first time leading, you're doing great.
Hey, I
doing great,
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're doing great.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Are you practicing in the mirror too?
Yeah, no, I was looking in the mirror. I was like, welcome back to the
You're killing
podcast.
it. Killing it.
Awesome.
Let me see here. Oh, so Matt with Bliss asks, what are your guys' upcoming shows?
I don't think we can really talk about
Yeah.
that.
We're planning some stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, in time.
Okay.
time,
How about
yeah.
individually?
Yeah, you got a bunch of.
I have like a bunch of shows for like Chrome Bodies. Like I'm flying off to GC in Chicago this weekend. From Manila, I'm doing a bunch of shows too. Like I'm gone like for the next like 8 weeks or something like that on my own stuff.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm currently in a tour right now, but I'm not sure if I'm okay to say this. I'm actually working on an album right now.
I love how we all gasped.
Let's go.
It's my first album.
Congratulations.
Very stressful, but
Been
hopefully
waiting.
next year we could do like an album tour.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
I'll say now, I'm personally a big fan of you, so
Thank you so much.
having you on here is like kind of a full circle moment for me because it's like,
Awesome.
wait, that's really cool.
Hey.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully I could come back without these guys next time.
Okay.
Chill.
Star signs
Chill.
disband. Yeah. Nice.
Manny, you want to talk about what you going on?
So I'm going back to Singapore for a little bit, and I'll play some shows there in Asia, and just give my mom a big hug. Really.
This dude's too humble. He's working with This Never Happened, Lane 8's label. and
Yeah.
He's got some cool stuff.
He
coming.
hustles every single time he was there. He's always in the studio time.
Yeah.
I think
I think that's what's great about like having 2 projects. Like the MYRNE project is like music I love listening to in my spare time. Or like just every day, really. I just love melodic house, progressive house, and STARSIGNS is like turning that dial up to 100. It's even more fun.
now you're gonna make 3 projects like Chris.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just to balance it out.
Catch up, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Fine.
Well,
Fine.
I know you can't talk about it, but for when the next Star Sign show comes out, very excited for that.
Let's
You
go.
guys
Thank
can come
you.
through.
I will say it's like 2 full moons away.
You do the
Man.
math.
You do the math. Just look at the charts.
Yeah,
Look
how
at
do
the
I
charts.
calculate
How do you
when the full
calculate
moons
moons?
are?
I don't know.
Is it 2 months?
Co-star.
I guess look at the
Is
it
star
months?
signs.
Hey.
Hey. Easy.
That one was terrible. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Sick.
I guess this is a good time to wrap it up and thank our Patreon patrons. Can you do it?
Yes.
I don't do this one.
So we're just about out of time, so we wanted to thank our patrons for being here and, you know, taking care of us. If you aren't already on the Patreon, go check it out, and you could be one of our patrons. And if you don't, well, you can watch us on YouTube still. Check out each of these guys for their individual projects, and keep an eye out for Star Signs, as he said, 2 moons away, whatever that means. Whatever
You
that
guys
means.
However I
calculate that
calculate
To be
word.
that
fair,
one.
I have no idea what he's saying, so I'm with you guys.
I'm gonna guess 2 months.
Oh.
2 months.
There's 2 full moons.
Don't know.
2 full months.
Don't know.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
And to also once again thank our sponsors being Clutch Loop. Go check them out. And Boom Boom. It's the nasal inhaler. Do you have it over there?
Yeah. You ever stick these in your guys' noses before?
Yeah. 2 at once.
Nice.
Oh shit! Well, what's on those?
You want
now?
one?
Tight. Yeah, later. Yeah, I'm down.
For later tonight.
Later.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Where are we
Yeah,
going, boys?
time nightclub. Time nightclub.
Time
Time
nightclub.
nightclub tonight.
Nightclub.
King.
On a Monday.
Star signs.
No,
Star
we need to
signs
move
that
out
are-
of LA though. There's like something going on every night in LA.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Tired.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, we should play arena.
You know, Arena.
Close though, right?
I think they closed down,
Arena's
actually.
an OC now.
Oh, never mind.
It's an hour from here. It's fine.
Never mind.
Anyway,
Forget it.
if you guys want to catch the rest of this episode in the bonus segment, go check it out on Patreon as well. Other than that, please subscribe, comment, smash that notification bell, do the whole thing on YouTube, and we're so happy you were here with us.
We love
Thank you for your time.
Love you. Bye.
Toodles.
Bye.